Hello everyone, and welcome to another Jurassic Park video by Jeremy James Prutchick. One of the most fascinating and mysterious dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park franchise is none other than the Spinosaurus. A little over a year ago, I made a video talking about the Spinosaurus being dead based on a picture seen on the Dinosaur Protection Group website, which strongly suggested that the Spinosaurus was now extinct due to cruelty. Based on that interpretation, I believed then, as I still do now, that the Spinosaurus is indeed dead. However, that still doesn't really say much as a whole, because there's still so much we don't know about this dinosaur, and because of that, the lore of the Spinosaurus is pretty open and up for debate for the most part. With that said, after all these years and with the little information we do know about it, what happened to the Spinosaurus? Let's talk about it. Now, before I go into the different possible scenarios as to what could have happened to the Spinosaurus, I think it's important that I give a little bit of backstory and history on the Spinosaurus first. Keep in mind that a lot of what I'm about to explain can be found in a video from our good friend Clayton Fioriti called The History of the Spinosaurus in the Jurassic Park Franchise. I'll put the link in the description below. Rather than repeat Clayton's content word for word, I'll do my best to more or less paraphrase the origin of the Spinosaurus. To begin with, it was never on InGen's official list of created dinosaurs. In fact, the Spinosaurus was an illegal creation. Just 100 days after InGen was acquired by Masrani Global in 1998, the Spinosaurus was quickly cloned in secret on Isla Sorna and experimented on over a period of 9 months, along with other illegally cloned specimens. These specimens included Corythosaurus, Ankylosaurus, and Ceratosaurus. The reason for these specimens being created was for early R&D for Jurassic Park's second incarnation and amalgam testing. All of these specimens were then abandoned and left to fend for themselves on Isla Sorna. The years went by and the Spinosaurus became the apex predator of the island, as we saw in Jurassic Park 3. After the events in Jurassic Park 3, we never saw or heard about the Spinosaurus again. Its fate to this very day is still unknown. So what could have happened? Well, let's start by exploring this first scenario. If we assume that the Spinosaurus stayed on Isla Sorna its whole life, it may have died of natural causes, such as starvation. With the populations of carnivores versus the populations of herbivores on Isla Sorna, the carnivores may very well have starved to death because there was so little food left for them. Too many carnivores and not enough food to go around. It's been mentioned that introducing the illegally cloned specimens to Isla Sorna drastically affected its ecosystem. So the Spinosaurus could have been one of these casualties and starved to death. That's one scenario. Now this next scenario is one I lean more towards, for reasons I'll explain shortly. This possible scenario is that the Spinosaurus was killed by humans. If you go to the Masrani Backdoor website, you can see that Masrani Global was granted limited access to Isla Sorna in 1999, and in 2004, construction of Jurassic World was completed, with assets being moved from Isla Sorna to Isla Nublar. However, it does not appear that the Spinosaurus was one of those assets, since there was no Spinosaurus featured in Jurassic World. The skeleton doesn't count. At first, I thought that the Spinosaurus could have attacked the Masrani workers when they were gathering dinosaurs for Jurassic World, assuming it was still alive at that point. The Masrani workers killed the Spinosaurus during this attack, and the DPG found out, hence this picture. That's what I thought. At first. But what I'm about to show you may change the way you think about this subject. Just recently, I came across a very interesting storyboard picture for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It depicts a scene where Owen and Wheatley are looking for Blue, and they come across the carcass of a Spinosaurus. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the carcass was changed to that of a Stegosaurus in the movie, but the scene was still deleted anyway. Even so, this picture changes so much. It changes my perspective on what could have happened to the Spinosaurus after Jurassic Park 3. Was the Spinosaurus moved to Isla Nublar after all? And if it was, what happened? There's still no evidence to show that the Spinosaurus was ever an official attraction at Jurassic World, since there's nothing listed on the Jurassic World tourist site. And if there was no Spinosaurus attraction, then what's a Spinosaurus carcass doing on Isla Nublar? After seeing this concept art, I'm taking new things into consideration. Even though it wasn't shown on film, let's go with this train of thought for a moment for this particular scenario. Let's take into consideration that the reason for the Spinosaurus being created was for Jurassic Park's second incarnation, being Jurassic World. So let's say the Spinosaurus eventually was planned for Jurassic World, and let's say the Spinosaurus was brought to Isla Nublar before Jurassic World opened. Maybe something went wrong during its relocation, and it got scared and went on a rampage. And if we also remember, Hoskins and his team supervised the construction of Jurassic World. They could have shot down the Spinosaurus, ultimately killing it. This could be where the cruelty factor comes into play, as told by the DPG, because the DPG website also explains that many employees of Masrani and InGen came forth and disclosed incriminating evidence against their employers. As I said earlier, ever since I saw that picture from the DPG website, I strongly believe that something really bad happened to the Spinosaurus, to the point of it dying in a cruel manner. Basically what I'm trying to say is that in this particular scenario, the Spinosaurus was a planned attraction for Jurassic World and was shipped to Isla Nublar, but it was killed before it could be put on display. The DPG then found out about the killing, possibly from former InGen/Masrani employees, and listed the Spinosaurus on their website as extinct and subjected to cruelty. This is all just speculation, of course, because at the end of the day, there's still no official explanation. Yet. But we do have this concept art to think about. The filmmakers went out of their way to specifically include a Spinosaurus in the plot of Fallen Kingdom at some point. I understand there was going to be a scene where Rexy would kill a Spinosaurus instead of a Carnotaurus, and honestly, I'm glad they didn't go through with it. We already got Rexy smashing through the Spinosaurus skeleton in Jurassic World. Finding the carcass of a Spinosaurus would have had a much bigger impact. Anyway, despite there being no official explanation, I'm still optimistic that we'll get to see some sort of new lore never before seen, whether it be more concept art, an exclusive interview, or even promotional material such as content on the DPG website. Who knows? Maybe we'll somehow see the Spinosaurus in Jurassic World 3. If not, well, it's been nice knowing you, buddy. What do you guys think happened to the Spinosaurus? Talk about it in the comments. I'd really like to hear your thoughts on this one. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it and want to see more like it, check out my channel and subscribe to me. I have all kinds of things for you to check out. Thanks again, and I'll see you next video.